Today, I'm going to be telling you the story from how the story from this handsome, beautiful, delightful, good-looking. Wait, what other synonyms are there? Um, Nice-looking, pleasing, delightful, appealing, engaging, ravaging, gorgeous, heavenly, stunning, irresistible, graceful, elegant boy. Meet this yet also handsome, beautiful, good-looking boy right there. His name is Tahsin, first of all, but for me, Tahsin is quite a long word, so I gave him a nickname, Tahs, quite simple and short. It's because a start of a healthy friendship is when you forget your friend's real name and call them by their nickname, where it reaches the point where everyone calls him by nickname and forgot his real name. The story of how me and Tahsin met goes way back. Let's start from the beginning. In early 2010, my family had upgraded and relocated to a significantly larger and more spacious apartment not far from our former apartment. Also, my father has enrolled my sister and I into a new and more educational school. So for us, new school, new house. For us, it was a start of a new life. Fast forward 4 or 5 months, my father registered me in a Quran memorization class, and today is my first day. My dad was waiting for me downstairs to take me there on my first day. While driving over there, I do not recall being anxious or nervous at all, because this wasn't the first time I was going to memorize the Quran. When me and my father entered the mosque, we were both clueless. We didn't know which sheikh I should go to. Also, a sheikh is the person that taught us and guided us on how to memorize the Quran. Rather than calling him sir, teacher, or mister, call him sheikh. My father called one of the helpers to assist us. He gave me two books. First one was a Quran book from Surah An-Nas to Surah Yasin. Second book, containing the Arabic alphabet practice, which both of the books was stored in a plastic folder. He also gave me my bus ID and also my sheikh name and class. And finally, a piece of paper where my marks of each surah will be noted by the sheikh. A brief explanation how the lesson will go. First, we all sit on the floor. Each student get a wooden stool where we place the Quran at, and the sheikh sits between us, and he starts reciting the surah, so that next time when you come, we recite the surah to him, but this time the book closed, and depending on how well we did, we get the mark out of 10. After 1 hour, it was time to go home after class, and I took the bus that was provided by the mosque. But it was a little late due to the fact that I didn't know what my bus looked like, so it took me a while to find its number. Once I got on the bus and sat down, the driver started the car and headed off.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round.
Okay, back to the story. When the bus arrived at my home, I realized that I was the only one leaving the bus. So I look next to me to see who it is, and I see this. Yes, it was Tahsin, my next door neighbor, with whom I have never talked to. We silently entered the elevator, and because we lived on the same floor, it was an undisturbed straightforward ride. We just stood there and we didn't say a word for what felt like forever. It was the type of the elevator rides where you just stand quietly and smile. After the doors opened, we walked to our respective apartments without saying a word. Tahsin and I went to memorization class three times a week. We waited for the bus and then go to the mosque. Then we split up since he was younger than me, so he wasn't in the same group, and returned home without saying anything. Bus, mosque, split, repeat. However, after 2 weeks, things got interesting. When I was leaving the bus, I noticed Tahsin was rushing to the elevator. He was rushing. So, thus, being the dumb, irritable kid I am, I tried to beat him to the elevator, yet failed miserably. So I wanted to read myself for this loss. So for the next day, I was prepared. I sat on the front seat, hence I could exit the bus first and reach the elevator and redeem myself, which I achieved successfully. On the other hand, this infuriated Tahsin as well. Therefore, it was a constant race to see who would set foot on the elevator first, like every day. Yet unfortunately, things went south on this particular day. This day, I beat Tahsin to the elevator and I began to tease him and annoy him, but Tahsin didn't accept defeat. So he slapped me across the face and I wasn't just gonna stand there and take it. So without any hesitation, I punched him right in the face, which caused him to bleed from his nose, and I just left Tahsin downstairs in the ground floor. It literally looked like this, you know the poster of Muhammad Ali, this one. It literally looked like this. I just left him bleeding on the floor and headed to the elevator to go to my apartment and didn't think much of it. Fast forward a couple of hours, I heard a knock on the door around 6 p.m. the same day. I was still far too young to answer the door at the moment, so my older sister did, and she saw Tahsin's father and Tahsin standing next to him with blood smears on his nose. He greeted my sister, then asked whether her father was home. It was at this point that I was sent to my room so that my father and Tahsin's father could have a talk. I was called back into the living room after a while. I don't remember precisely what happened, but after I was called back into the living room, I do remember Tahsin and we sat on my father's lap, but I have the left lap and Tahsin is the right lap, and he talked to us about that what we did was bad and other parenting phrases. Nonetheless, I didn't agree with my father what he said, though I just agreed with him because I didn't want this drama because I just wanted this drama to be over with. But what Tahsin did thereafter encouraged me to befriend him and respect him more. Tahsin has invited me over to his house to play with him in the same day, right off the bat. Like, we just like 2 seconds ago, we stood up from my father's lap, and he's like, "Do you want to come over and play with me?" Uh, Notwithstanding the fact that I punched him in the face and even possibly fractured his nose 3 hours ago. And also, I believe when we went to his house, we played with the Xbox 360. He had an Xbox 360, and also he had a Lego set. It's brand new. He still didn't open it, and I believe we built it with him. It was a plane. It was quite cool, to be honest. It was a total rip-off. It wasn't the original Lego. This is something I remember precisely. I don't know why. And this was the story of how me and Tahsin met and became very close friends, and even possibly I can consider him as a brother now.